And hello everyone, welcome to Schroeder News, your source for all things happening within the world of fluid filtration. I am your host for this episode, Philip Page. Now, many times we don't think about water buildup in our systems until it's way too late. And by that point, it's already cost us thousands in downtime and in repairs. Luckily, we were able to meet up with product manager Chris Mickulin to explain to us why products like the TDSE can be an unsung hero.
Hi, I'm Chris Mickulin. I'm the Group Product Manager for the Schroeder Filter Systems Division. And today we're going to be talking about our TDSE, our Triton dehydration stations. So Schroeder's TDSE is a patented dewatering unit to remove free and emulsified and dissolved water from mineral oil-based hydraulic fluids. Our Triton units use a patented process where we take ambient air, we condition it, we introduce it to a reaction chamber, and in that reaction chamber, we're actually doing what we call a mass transfer. So the water in the oil is going to marry up with the conditioned air and be returned back to atmosphere as a vapor. So the TDSE series are highly recommended for use in water removal for oil conservation and reduction of oil waste sent to the waste streams.
So how does the TDSE stand out from the competition? Well, take a look at this.
So our Schroeder TDSE series of dehydration stations are a very unique patented process for water removal. We can remove free and dissolved water from your hydraulic fluid. One of the ways we can do this is with our user-friendly HMI. We have very simple controls. Set your target heater and saturation temperature and press the start button. We can see a reduction in fluid recycling costs. There is no need to dispose of that oil that has been contaminated with water. By incorporating the use of our TDSE unit, you're able to remove that water, sending that water back to atmosphere, so we've not created an additional waste stream. We also have no expensive vacuum pump to maintain or to service throughout the process, so we definitely have a lower cost of ownership on the product. All right, so we're going to have our oil coming into our dehydrator through this 1.5" LGIC port from your hydraulic reservoir. The oil is going to be coming in through our intake pump. It's going to pass through our water saturation sensor. Our water saturation sensor is going to tell our incoming water content of our oil prior to going to the reaction chamber. The intake pump will then pump the oil up through our heater. In our heater, we're going to be warming the oil up, which will help us to thin the viscosity. We're going to then have that oil go into our chamber. So we're going to have our warm oil coming down into our chamber. This line here will be our blower, which is taking ambient air. We're taking ambient air and we're conditioning it through our blower. This blower is going to take that ambient air. It's going to condition it. It's going to then enter through this flange down here into the reaction chamber. So we're going to be introducing that conditioned air into the bottom of the chamber. So we will have that warm, conditioned air coming up through our chamber. We're going to have our wet oil coming down. And as those two meet, the water is going to transfer from the oil into that conditioned air. The water will then be carried out through the air, through our breather, and returned back to atmosphere. That dry oil is then going to be collected in the bottom of our chamber. Using our level sensor here, our sensor is going to determine the level of dry oil in the bottom of that chamber. When it reaches a certain height, this is going to activate and drain that dry oil down into our particulate filter. The oil will be filtered and then returned back to tank.
Now the TDSE can find a home in many industries such as steel mills, power generation, pulp and paper, plastics machines, machine tools, oil reclamation, and more. If you would like to know more about the TDSE and maybe some other products from Schroeder Industries, visit us at www.schroederindustries.com or feel free to call us toll free 1-800-722-4810. Offline filtration of fluids can be used as a tool for proactive maintenance for oil and hydraulic systems. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Schroeder News. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.